Well, I will call the meeting to order. We'll stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I apologize for the complicated process we've taken to get this meeting started today. Hopefully we'll hold together in ways to get what we have to get accomplished done. So we'll start out by having a roll call, and the roll call of officers include Nancy Ward, Brian Fawcett, myself, and
Robert.
Robert. Robert,
Did he make it on?
I'm not sure. Is he hidden?
I thought I saw the
It wasn't on.
hand there.
Well,
Only the 360.
Okay, yes, so we have four commissioners available today. And let's start out with the comments from the public. And we normally limit for 2 minutes, but yeah. So anyone who would like to speak, please raise your hand or let us know. Dan Sears, please go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Dan. Thank you.
Great. I just wanted to make sure you received our comment letter submitted last night, a little after 4 p.m. Our basic concern, by way of introduction, I'm Dan Sears. I'm the advocacy director with Columbia Riverkeeper, and it's our understanding the port is seeking a significant amount of grant funding from the federal government for what seem like mixed purposes. One, to do seismic resiliency, but then the broader plan for the port, as evidenced by Next putting up potentially matching money, is to build a refinery and a rail yard and expanded pipeline connections that are directly at odds with the health of the estuary. So we just wanted to register our caution and opposition to continuing this path of industrializing Port Westward in a way that's not consistent and compatible with the community that's there and with the essential fish habitat that would be damaged through this process. The NEPA analysis is not complete for the Next project. A few weeks ago, we had a successful argument in federal court where they dismissed they did not grant a motion to dismiss our lawsuit against the Army Corps of Engineers for not conducting a 408 analysis of harm to the levee that would occur by this massive development that is proposed and that is referenced kind of obliquely in what's in front of you today. So I would just, again, voice caution. And to close, I just want to put in context what we see as the risk here. On August 25th, or late August, in Louisiana, a large oil facility caught fire and burned, and the community there is a predominantly Black community. Oily droplets came down as far as 20 miles from that facility, depositing arsenic, barium, chromium, lead, other hazardous chemicals like nitrobenzene. EPA says that this is not a threat to human health, apparently. And this is the kind of concern we have for the future of Port Westward. How would agriculture, how would the people who live there and the communities like Klatskanai nearby withstand the type of industrial risk that would be introduced by a massive refinery on a scale that is not seen on the lower Columbia River? So with that caution, thank you for taking our concerns into account. We urge you not to proceed with the resolutions today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Is there anyone else who would like to speak?
Like you got Jasmine Lilich.
Okay, go ahead, Jasmine, please.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, this is Jasmine Lilick, 1140 or 1160 Wood Lane, Clatskanie. Thanks for hearing us out
Jasmine?
today. Oh, can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah.
Jasmine, I can hear you.
You can hear me, but they can't hear me in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
How about now?
Go ahead, Jasmine. We got you.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Yeah, Jasmine, 1160 Wood Lane in Clatskanie. Thanks for hearing us out today. I just like to echo everything that Dan Sears brought to the room. I fully support seismic upgrades to the current infrastructure at Port Westward. I do not support the expansion that is kind of being folded into this proposal. I think that we have such scarce resources in our county right now. I've been to a lot of budget hearings lately, and it doesn't look good. And it seems like a lot of public funds are being stretched to pave the way for a project that still has a long ways to go to be approved, and a lot of obstacles that it's facing. And just from agricultural perspective and in Clatskanie, I know that we have a long ways to come to really hold a economic footing like I'd like to see, but it is happening. I mean, I personally got to see the economic impact of agriculture in our region last month, and pay out farmers more than I ever thought that I would get to pay them out. And it was a really proud moment for me. And, just from that story that Dan told, we're just dealing with a very, very sensitive ecosystem out there. And I'd just like you all to think about what already exists, and is it necessary to keep growing in such a sensitive region that has so much potential for other economic opportunities. So thanks for hearing me out, and yeah, just please consider our comments before moving forward today. And thank you all.
Thank you, Jasmine. Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Okay, seeing none, let's move on to resolution 2025-25. Port Westward approval of the Port Infrastructure Development Program.
Good morning, Commissioners. I was just looking to see, can you hear me in the room? Can you hear me in the room?
I can hear you on Zoom, but they can't hear you in the room.
My goodness. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
We can hear you.
I don't know if the PowerPoint is displayed in the room but I don't see it online.
No,
No, we don't see it
see it.
either.
I can proceed without it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good morning, Commissioners. This morning, we are asking you to consider two resolutions. So I thought I would introduce both at the same time. The first resolution is 2025-25, and that authorizes the port to apply for and set aside matching funds for a Maritime Administration Port Infrastructure Development Program discretionary grant, or PIDP. This is an approximately $500 million funding program aimed at improving port operating efficiency by funding projects that improve cargo handling, offer operating improvements, environmental emissions mitigation, and projects that support seafood-related infrastructure and business.
Elliot, your slides are coming up now. Everybody can see it. Thanks.
Thank you. Application, we're now on the second slide. Applications are due September 10th, which is why we are meeting here today. Next slide, please. If we are successful, funds would be used for planning, permitting, and design for the complete modernization and seismic improvement of both berths, extending the pipe bridge through the lagoon, and demolition of sufficient piles and area to mitigate the pipe bridge extension. Next slide. This slide depicts the planning, permitting, and design portion of the project. We will be permitting the replacement and modernization of berth 2, sections of berth 1, both approaches and associated groundwork, in addition to the pipe bridge extension. Next slide. This slide depicts the physical construction of this phase. So it involves extending the pipe bridge and placing product lines, vapor recovery, and inert gas lines on the new structure, which you can see here in blue. Going from the new 2024 pipe bridge across the lagoon up to berth 1. This would place the pipes on a seismically designed and modern structure in the lagoon off the old wooden dock and move them away from passing vessels. In addition, it would provide flexibility for implementing future phases of this project. The groundwork at the base of the 2024 pipe bridge would also be put in place, and that's that brown box on the shoreline on the lower left of the screen. And then we would demo either sections of the rail trestle on the upper left or the remainder of the downstream approach as required to mitigate the pipe bridge extension. Next slide. How much will this cost? Our current estimate is just below $25 million. However, we are still working on the grant application and related schedules. Therefore, I've drafted the resolution based on a $26 million budget as a contingency. This program does not have a defined match, and the port would likely qualify for a rural area exception. However, this program does take into account the size of the match when evaluating applications. And due to time constraints of our Connect Oregon grant, we wanted to put ourselves in the best position for success by targeting a 40% match and ensuring meaningful participation by both Global and Next. So based on a $26 million budget, our grant application would be for $15.6 million, and our match would be $10.4. After subtracting the Connect Oregon match, the shortfall is $7.7 million. We have asked both Global and Next for commitment letters to make up that shortfall. The second resolution is 2025-26. This resolution authorizes the port to apply for a Department of Transportation Rural and Tribal Assistance Grant. This is a $54 million program that provides funds for planning and design phase activities for rural and tribal infrastructure projects. These grants may be used for staffing and hiring third-party firms to provide financial, technical, and legal assistance with planning and design. Grants are awarded on the first come, first served basis, and individual grants will range from 250,000 to 2.5 million. There is no match for these grants, and we will be able to use these funds to meet part of the PIDP match. We plan to apply for funds that would be used for permitting and preliminary engineering of the Port Westward modernization and seismic improvements. While we can apply for up to 2.5 million, I am trying to determine whether our chances of approval would improve by requesting a smaller amount. So in summary, staff recommends that the Commission approve Resolution 2025-25, which authorizes our grant application for up to 15.6 million and a match of up to 10.4 million in port funds, Connect Oregon grant, and tenant matching funds, and also approve Resolution 2025-26, which authorizes the port to apply for the RTA grant for up to $2.5 million. Does anyone have any questions?
Commissioners, do you have any questions? Okay.
I have a question. Sorry, I couldn't find my button. As to the pipes that are the new pipes that will be installed, will they be useful in any other commodity besides liquid?
No, they would be just for liquid bulk.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Commissioner Fawcett, do you have any comments? Commissioner Kaiser as well?
No questions for me. I would move approval of resolution 2025-25.
And 26?
And 26.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded that resolution 2025-25 and 2025-26 be approved. All in favor, say aye.
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 I'm having a hard time hearing Robert. He's
Hearing
looked
Robert.
like he's trying to do something there, but
Okay.
Robert, can you hear us?
You could do a thumbs up.
He's call, but he's out of the computer. But we do have three and a question mark with Robert. Looks like.
Okay, with that, the two resolutions, 2025-25 and 2025-26 have been approved. Is there any more business to come before us at this point in time?
Yes, we have an executive session. If you'd like me to read the script.
I think that would be just perfect.
And also, let me clarify, Robert did text that he is an aye, so he was
Okay.
for it.
Okay.
Go ahead, Robert.
Port of Columbia County will now meet in executive session pursuant to ORS 192-660, section 2F, to consider exempt public records, including written legal advice from counsel, which is privileged and exempt from disclosure. Representatives of the news media and designated staff are allowed to attend. Representatives of the news media are specifically directed not to report on any of the discussions or deliberations that occur during this or any executive session. The Port Commission will return to open session after the executive session, and we do not expect any decisions to be announced as a result of the discussions in executive session. Any persons excluded from executive session are welcome to return to open session when it is resumed. Thank you.
Okay, with that, I will adjourn the meeting for today. Thank you very much.